Hello, my name is Chandra and welcome to your leg stretch flow. This is great for runners or people who maybe just did a leg workout or if you just have some tight legs lately. If you enjoy this video, please don't forget at the end to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for weekly free yoga flows on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. And without further ado, let's begin. We're going to start out in a standing position at the top of the mat with the toes together and the heels apart. We're going to inhale the arms up, looking up, and exhale, hinge at the waist, fold forward. Let's grab opposite elbows and hang out here in a ragdoll fold. Let your head hang heavy. You can rock back gently into your heels and forward into the toes, gently over to the left, and then over to the right. Remember a generous bend in the knees here, and just letting yourself hang over as we open up those hamstrings. Let's place the hands either on the shins or on the floor as we come up for a halfway lift, flattening the back. And as we exhale, let's step the left foot back to the back of the mat, placing the knee on the ground and bending into that front leg. And you can choose either to put your hands on your knee, your elbows on your thigh, or your hands framing your foot as we take a low runner's lunge. Let's breathe into this for about 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. On the exhale, let's move back as you straighten the front leg and frame the foot with your hands as you lean over, again, bending generously in the knee so we can target the hamstrings. Folding into that hamstring stretch, another 3 breaths here. Shoulders away from the ears and navel in as a reminder. 1. Breathing into the muscle fibers. 2. And 3. On the next inhale, let's come back up. And this time we're gonna lift the back knee up off the mat and bring the arms up overhead on either side of the ears. So your biceps are next to your ears. You can either choose to look up if that's okay for your neck, or you can look straight ahead. 3 breaths here. 1, try to sink a little lower to open up that groin. 2, external rotation in that right leg. And 3. Exhale, let's bring the hands to frame the foot and push back into your first downward facing dog. So here we're gonna push the ground away through the tips of the fingers and the pads of the hand. And energetically, you're moving your heels towards the earth. So rotate your tailbone up. This should give you a nice calf and hamstring stretch as well, while also opening up the back. Couple more breaths here. Again, navel in. Okay, on the next inhale, let's go ahead and walk the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Take another halfway lift and fold forward. One more breath. And then we'll inhale, halfway lift. This time we're gonna step the right foot back to the back of the mat. Place that right knee down to the ground, either framing the foot, hands on the knee, elbows on the thigh, as we stretch into our low runner's lunge. 3 deep breaths here. 1. Try to keep your hips parallel with the short edges of your mat so they're facing forward. With this rotation, you should get a nice stretch here in your abductor. 2. And 3. On your exhale, we're going to go ahead and Straighten the front leg to come into that hamstring stretch. Again, hands can go on either side of the foot. Generous knee bend. 3 breaths. 1. You can even work on energetically pulling your front heel back towards your body if you'd like to work your hamstrings. 2, which could get you into even a deeper stretch. And 3. On the inhale, let's come forward back into your low lunge, but this time we're gonna lift the back knee up off the mat, bringing the hands up to frame the head, looking up or straight ahead. 3 breaths here, and with every breath, try to focus on going deeper into your lunge. 2, and 3. Go ahead, frame the foot on the exhale with the hands. We'll push back into our downward facing dog. Focusing really on tilting that tailbone up towards the ceiling so that you can get the most out of this stretch in your legs. Moving those heels, even if you'd like to press them towards the floor gently, very gently. 2 more breaths here. 1 and 2. On the next inhale, let's raise the right leg up to the sky. And then on the exhale, you're gonna bring that foot to the outside of your right hand. Go ahead and put that back knee down. And you're gonna peel the right foot open so that your foot is not flat on the floor, but actually the outer edge on the right side is on the floor. Lizard pose. You can either stay here and rotate that knee outwards. If you'd like to go deeper, you can rest on your forearms. Let's take 5 breaths here as we open the hips. 1. Try to relax into the posture. 2. If you're unable to take a deep breath, it just means that you should back out of the posture a little bit. 3. 4. And 5. On the inhale, let's go ahead and place that foot flat on the ground. The hands are still on the inside of the right foot, and we're going to bend in the left leg, and you'll raise the right arm up to back and grab the left leg as we stretch the quad here, if that's available to you. If not, you can stay in lizard posture. Just 3 breaths here. 1, 2, still shoulders away from ears, navel in, face muscles relaxed. And 3. On the exhale, let's release that back foot. Come back into a plank pose. Let's lower ourselves down for a nice chaturanga or baby cobra. We'll come up into an upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. This time on the inhale, let's lift the left leg up to the sky. And on the exhale, bring that left foot to the outside of the left hand and lower the right knee down to the floor. Peel that left foot open so that the edge of your foot on the left side is making contact with the floor, not the bottom of your foot, as we enter our hip stretch. Again, you can lower to forearms or stay high on your hands. 5 deep, loving breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On your inhale, if you did this on the last side, let's go ahead and place that left foot flat on the floor, and we'll bend into the right knee, bringing the right hand up overhead, and then grabbing a hold of that back foot for your intense quad stretch here. Again, if this is too much, you are free to stay in lizard or take child's pose at any time. 3 breaths. 1, 2, firmly pressing through the left hand to the floor, and 3. All right, on the exhale, let's slowly let go of that back leg, and we'll come back into our plank pose and take our vinyasa. So chaturanga or all the way down. Inhale to baby cobra or up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. 1, 2, and 3. What we're going to do now is slowly walk the feet forward to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's bring the whole body up to standing, looking up at the hands. And exhale into mountain pose. On your inhale, let's go ahead and take a wide-legged stance. And we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So hands on hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, crown of the head reaches up. Exhale, hinge at the waist, fold forward. Let's put our hands on the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, lengthening the spine once more before we exhale and fold all the way down. Hands are in line with the feet, and your head is reaching towards the floor. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, hands on hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Next, we're going to slowly put the feet out at a wider stance so that your toes are going out and your heels are in. And we're going to take an even wider stance and bend into the right knee and come all the way down onto the mat. You can choose to lift your foot up as we stretch inside that inner groin. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So place that left foot back on the floor, walk the hands over to the left side, and we peel the right foot up, looking at that toe. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead, walk the hands to center. And this time we are going to sit on our legs. So let's go ahead and get into a seated position. So you're going to sit on your heels. This can be enough of a quad stretch for some. If not, you can also choose to come backwards, and you can lie all the way down if you please, or stay up high. Hold here, 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and use your elbows to push yourself back up. Nice and safe, protecting the neck. And it's time to stretch those feet. Flip the toes under so that you are going to sit on your heels with your feet, the bottom of your feet, facing to the other end of the room. You can stay here, or again, move back to intensify the stretch. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, come back up. Let's move all the way down into a seated position with your legs out in front of you. We're going to take one more hamstring stretch before Shavasana. Inhale, arms up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. You can grab the shins, the feet, the toes, whatever you choose. Inhale, halfway lift, navel in, and then exhale, fold over. You're trying to reach your chest towards your shins, so don't collapse onto yourself here. Keep your feet nice and active. Let's hold for 3 breaths. 1. With every breath, we visualize the chest moving towards the shins. 2. And 3. Inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale to lie all the way down into Shavasana. Take rest in your corpse pose. Feel your body heavy onto the surface beneath you. Close your eyes. Release your breath. And I will wake you in about 1 minute. So just relax and tune in to your body and your mind. Slowly start to take some deeper breaths, filling the lungs with air, and exhale with a sigh. Start to move your fingers and your toes, and your hands and your feet. Stretching your arms up overhead as you roll on to one side and rest your head heavy on your arm. Slowly and gently, we're going to push through the front arm up into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer pose in the front of the heart. And then raise the thumbs to the third eye. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I will see you next time.